Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. It's the Basement Show on Underground Hittas Radio. I am J-Way, y'all's favorite. I'm y'all's favorite. And listen, shout out to the rest of the team. Moolah, Wiz, Nikki. They couldn't be here on today, but you have me and Keys. You have the bros, the Blood Brothers. Yes, indeed. But listen, we have a special guest tonight, and he's all the way from Jupiter.
That sound about right.
All the way from Jupiter. Hey, tell the people who you are, bro.
Yeah, Jupiter sound about right. The rhymes be out of this world, so that makes sense. Hey, that's the one and only 100.
Yes,
Gotta
sir.
tap in with me.
Hey, man, we're going to clap it up for that. Clap it up.
Yes, sir. 100 in the building.
Listen, 100, you've been here before, man.
Absolutely. Had the pleasure.
Yes, you introduced the people the first time, you know, that you was here, and the people was rocking with you. They loved you.
I appreciate it.
They really did. So, man, what's been up with you, man?
Man, you know, non-stop with the music, that's really, you know, what I'm all about.
Okay.
We always talk about that, how I'm always about, you know, consistently dropping music and making sure I'm putting stuff out there.
Absolutely.
So, speaking of that, I just dropped the EP, probably like 2 weeks ago on my birthday.
Okay.
December 23rd, I dropped my second EP of the year, Second Act.
Happy belated, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
And like on the cover of this project, it's a picture of me and, you know, a director slate being closed in front of my face.
Yeah.
With some numbers, and that really just represent, like, I really dropped, like, in 11 months, I dropped 2 EPs. I did 8 features.
Yeah.
I dropped 3 singles. I put 2 on the thing, but by that time, I had done more. You know what I'm saying? So, I really worked hard this year, and I feel like that's just only a small percentage of the work I'm about to put in this new year and the years coming forward.
That's what's up, brother.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Man, your music is thought-provoking.
I appreciate that.
It really paints a picture. And so, like, tell the people how you come up with such, like, classics like that, man. What's your inspiration? Where does that come from?
Man, I'm big on vocabulary, so calling it a classic really just made me feel good, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it's classics.
But it basically, I've had ideas. I come up with ideas and themes, and then I just bring it to my homies. And see what they think about it. If everybody think that it sounds good, I kind of roll with it, make music for it.
Right.
So for Second Act, I kind of had this idea for a while. It was brewing, but I didn't know what music I wanted to put over it.
Okay.
I kind of put these tracks together because my first EP, 444, that I dropped in January, it was a good EP. I liked the music, but I felt like people weren't appreciating how what type of lyricist I am and how I really rap. So in Second Act, that was like the second coming. I'm about to show you again. Like, no, I'm coming back, and this is what we doing. So Second Act is much more performable. It's a lot more bars. I'm not doing as much singing. It's not as much. 444. Every song had a specific like theme and topic. Second Act does too.
Right.
But it's not. I'm really just giving bars, making sure that everybody having a good time listening to it.
Cool. So now, in your opinion, as an artist, as a musician, what's the key to success for longevity?
I think it depends on the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think everybody's key to success is different. And I feel like it's based on, it's that artist's responsibility to figure out what the keys to success are for them.
So what's yours?
I feel like I'm still learning that.
Okay.
I think, but right now what I'm going with is to remain authentic. I think that's important.
Okay.
And being me. You won't ever hear me talking about drilling or doing, that's not my bag.
Right.
That's not what I do. It's not my life. So I'm not, that's not, even though it's beautiful music, everything has its place and time.
Absolutely.
But that's not me, and I'm not going to act like it is. So that's just an example. I'm going to make sure my music has meaning, and I want to make sure that my music gives you something to think about and makes you want to come back. That's really the main goals for me right now, and I'm sure those keys to success will change and, you know, improve over time. But for right now, that's what I'm rolling with.
That's what's up. Listen, man, we got the Common music in the background. Some of your stuff kind of reminds me of Common. I'm not gonna lie. Like early that. Common. Yeah. Like when he first came out.
Yeah.
Yes, when he was going by Common Sense. So is like Common one of your musical influences?
Man, Common is the GOAT, bro. He's one of the GOATs, especially coming from Chicago.
Yep.
He's definitely on our hip-hop Mount Rushmore for sure.
Okay.
So that's high praise, and I appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely.
But yeah, my parents, my parents didn't have me when they were young, you know what I'm saying? So my parents kind of put me on to music in the early '90s, the '80s. That's really my bag.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those rappers that my pops put me on to was Common.
Okay.
I love how authentic he is and how he makes you feel Chicago in his music.
Absolutely.
I think that's another one of my keys to success.
It's a great key to success.
Making people feel where I come from.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned I got a song called "The Go" that you could check out.
Yeah.
I did that cover art myself.
Yeah.
I did all my.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Multi-talented, ladies and gentlemen.
You feel me?
Multi-talented.
But yeah, so I appreciate that. And I think he's definitely one of my musical influences. Among other artists as well, like Wale that's my favorite rapper of all time, bro.
Yep.
I love Wale. J. Cole.
Yep.
I love Big Crit, Nipsey. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm also a big R&B fan. I love Anita Baker. You know what I'm saying? I love Luther Vandross.
I knew it.
Snow Allegra.
You like substance.
I like substance. Substance is important.
Yes.
I like people that have pens. Like, if you can, like, Neo is one of my favorite artists of all time. If you can, like, really put what's in your mind onto music and it sounds good and it's relatable to other people who don't even know you,
right.
I think that's impressive. And like we mentioned last time, that's real power. So yeah, I like substance. That's important to me. Absolutely. And I'm a big concert goer. And I've seen a lot of them in concert, and that also adds to my fandom.
Man, look, some people don't know who. Hey, for the ones who've never been to a concert, going to concerts, that's an experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
Real talk, like certain artists know how to put on a show, and it takes you to another world.
It's a skill, like
it is a skill,
and it's not easy. Like I'm telling you, as an artist, I had a conversation with somebody a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it was the other day in the studio. Me and Mojo were in the studio, and we had a conversation with the engineer. I did like 36, 37 shows since May, and I progressed a lot in that time, and it taught me like, oh no, this is not like, oh, I'm just getting on stage and I'm just rapping some words. It's not easy, especially when you're not performing over MP3s and you really got performance tracks behind you and all of that. It's not easy. So, it's a skill, and I'm impressed with the ones that can do it, like DaBaby, Chris Brown, and I'm just mentioning some that's out right now that are really amazing. Wale is a great performer. I don't know if you ever seen him live.
I haven't.
Yeah, Wale is amazing live. Okay. I just recently saw Tiana Taylor when she was here.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay.
Fire, bro.
That's what's up.
So, yeah, that's important. It's a skill, for sure.
That's what's up. So, listen, we're going to go into this first music break.
Definitely.
So, what we got for the people? Progress.
Oh, okay, Progress. Hey, that's my bro Mojo favorite song on my EP. Bro been bumping that for like 9 months. I've been having the song for a minute. And it's one of my favorite songs too.
Yes, sir.
But it's called Progress. It's on my EP Second Act. It's the last song on the project. And it's really just about progressing and taking yourself to the next level.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Hey, listen, we're gonna dive into this Progress.
For sure.
Listen, for your listening pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, this is the basement. Like that.
Yes, sir.
Progress.
That's all we here for, man.
Exactly.
If you ain't progressing, that means you stagnant, and that's a problem, you know?
Man, look.
At least a problem for me. You feel me?
You better preach. Yes, indeed. Listen, so 100. We're gonna dive into this. Earlier, I was on Instagram earlier, right?
Okay.
And you know Ari Fletcher, G Herbo's baby mama.
Okay.
She's currently dating Moneybagg Yo.
Okay.
She made a comment about domestic violence victims, and she said she didn't care about them. She didn't care about that.
Wow.
So now look.
Wow.
She was, I think she was an ambassador for Rihanna's Savage Fenty line. She was either an ambassador or a representative, whatever. Rihanna dropped her after hearing those comments.
Sure.
So my question is, why is it that nowadays people just don't care about like other people's problems, or people just don't care, period? What's up with that? There's no don't care spirit going on. What's up with that?
I think it's man, I think I would place all of that on social media, to be honest with you. When you're seeing the tragedies of the world every day and the worst of the worst people every day on social media, it's easy to become insensitive to that. And I think that's a cause of it. Compounded with the fact that you can be on social media and not ever see these people. You know what I'm saying?
Can we really blame social media for that, though?
When would you say that people change their attitudes?
I feel like it's, for me, this is for me, it's the people that you hang with. If you hang with a bunch of people who just don't care about life in general, then you'll develop that mentality. Cause it's the same like if you're friends with like 3 different millionaires, you'll be the 4th one.
But
cause go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. You go ahead, bro.
No, because it's like you see them succeeding in life, and you want to copy that, or it just rubs off on you. So it's like you'll be the next millionaire because you shoulder to shoulder with these guys.
That's the hopes, though, right? Like I feel that, but that's kind of why I throw it back to social media. Cause, all right, say for example, you have 4 people that's around you every day, that are negative, that always see the cup half empty, that don't have anything positive to say or going for them, and like you said, that starts to wear on your energy and bring you down to kind of their level, right, for being with them. Would you also think that social media, with having thousands of those people around you on social media every day, the first thing you see when you wake up in the morning, what you looking at to get a break from your life, you looking at these same people, except not 4 of them. Now I'm looking at 1,000 of them, or maybe even 1,000,000. Like, I'm gonna give you an example, and that's why I put it on social media. Social media and the advancement of technology.
Okay. I have a rebuttal for that, but go ahead.
If you're a negative person, right?
Yeah.
All you think about is negative stuff, right?
Okay.
Just to put it in, play devil's advocate and put the ball back into the court of the conversation we originally started with. If all you're looking at is the drama that's being stirred up with celebrities, all you talk about all day. Yeah, G Herbo said this. Ari Fletcher said this. Rihanna did this, right? Your phone is gonna start showing you on social media, when you do your internet searches, that kind of stuff, that kind of drama, that kind of mess being stirred up. Now it'll get to a point where all you see is that, which I think will then in turn, you know what I'm saying, affect your mental and the way you carry yourself, and then have your own outlook. I think that's really, to be honest, I think that's a big problem with people in general, but just us as black people. Like I think sometimes we were born or we were raised watching shows and watching things that spoke of us, our people, in a negative light. And that in turn has caused us to have a negative outlook on our people. So when you hear these things,
that though, bro. We can control that. Just because you see it don't mean you have to like roll with that narrative.
My pops used to tell me when I was a kid, 80% of people want to be told what to do. It's a fact. It's how people are. We're social creatures. We want to be around other people, and sometimes to be around other people, you have to be the same as them. Act like I think like you, act like I move like you, for example. It's why kids in high school, or in life in general, will hang out with a group of kids they're not supposed to be hanging out with, but will try to act like them because they don't want to be sitting at the lunch table by themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's like, it's just how we are as people. You know what I'm saying? And I think what you gravitate towards will become your outlook. And then that outlook will then be reflected to you in life. You know what I'm saying? That's what you put out in the world.
So I just want to understand where you coming from and be clear on this. Ari Fletcher made the comment like, hey, I don't care about domestic violence victims. I don't care about that. Like, whatever. So we're going to blame social media and the fact that she's consistently on social media for her making that comment.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you think Ari Fletcher would have made that same comment in a room full of domestic violence victims?
Honestly, given the fact of her character, I do. I think she would.
I seriously doubt it.
I think she
because
would.
We're naturally, as human beings, me and Mojo had these combos all the time. We're naturally as human beings, that's why it's called like being humane. We're naturally nice, working together creatures. Like I said, we want to be social. We're naturally that way. I think that life, the world, changes that. If she was in a room, and also back to the social media thing, the social media screen, she ain't got to see these people. She don't have to see no domestic violence victims.
That's true.
So she can say that. If she was in a room full of them, her tone might be a little different on it.
But still, guaranteed, she's a well-known person. So guaranteed, there's going to be backlash for you making these comments on social media.
Most people don't anticipate the consequences of their actions until they already made the action.
No. Okay, that's giving people a pass now.
But it's a fact. Let me ask you this. Do you think she would have made that comment understanding that Rihanna was her boss and she's a domestic violence victim?
She made that comment anyway, knowing the fact that happened.
No, I don't think she took that into consideration until after she made it. She made the comment, and Rihanna was like, "Oh yeah, we finna drop her," and she was like, "Oh snap, she is my boss." You think she wanted around here like, "Oh yeah, these 50 checks coming from Rihanna"?
She knew, bro. That's what I'm saying, because that was major news for the longest. So it's not like she didn't know.
But I'm not saying she wasn't aware of that happening. I know she knew it happened.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, do you think that was on her mind? She was aware of that when she said.
I think she didn't care. She didn't care about that.
I don't think she was on her mind.
I think she didn't. I really do legit.
Because when I think about Rihanna, I don't think about Rihanna the domestic violence victim anymore. I think about Savage Fenty the billionaire.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's easy to have. That was almost 15, 20 years ago. That was a long time ago.
Absolutely.
So like, it's easy to forget about that happened, and I guarantee you she would have made that comment. If her mother was a domestic violence victim, she might not have made that comment. I don't think people don't care. I just think people are safe from a lot of consequences because of social media.
I don't agree with that because, like, let's say for me, let's say I make a negative comment on social media and I get a whole lot of backlash.
Facts.
And it spreads. Not just on Instagram, but it's on Facebook, it's on Twitter. It's a trending topic. Come on now. Come on.
So you saying you do that even if, okay. Say your comment was about domestic violence victims.
Okay.
Would you then make that same exact comment in a room full of domestic violence victims?
I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't. But everybody don't think like me though. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's different.
80,
so I wouldn't.
80% of people want to be told what to do. Most of them think like you. We all think alike, bro. We not that much different, bro.
There's always somebody that's bold enough to go ahead and make
they in that 20%. No shot at her, but I doubt that's Ari Fletcher. Touche. I just believe like this generation that's after, well, you guys' generation, some people in my generation, man, it's just the mentality that's going around. I can't get with it. I think that
makes no logical sense.
I can't.
I can't get with it.
I think that might also be kind of like y'all. This is kind of what I mean. Because me and my uncles had this debate. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I got uncles that's like,
Yeah.
My big bro, he like, his late 30s. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the outlook that you putting out, bro. Like, and this is what I mean. Hit me up, bro.
Okay.
I got a cousin. He probably gonna kill me for talking about this on the radio, bro.
Go ahead.
But I got a cousin. He a firefighter.
Okay.
So he sees the worst of the worst. He's a firefighter out west.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they're called, anytime police are called, firefighters are the first to arrive on the scene.
First responders. Yeah.
Exactly. When he's seen young black people in our generation, that's the young black people he's seeing. If I ask him outside of that, seeing young black people in that way, how many young black people do you interact with? None. That's his outlook. His outlook is limited to what he's seeing there. But if you come to me and be like, yo, man, all these black dudes out here, they wild and they disrespectful, they doing crazy stuff. If I point you to my circle, none of my homies like that. My homies college educated. My homies out here getting a bag. My homies very respectful young man. Even my little brother. My little brother is 23 years old. Let me stop calling him my little brother. My brother's 23 years old, right?
Yeah.
You meet my brother right now, you wouldn't think he was a 23-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I think it depends on the outlook and the people. I'm sure y'all probably not chilling around people my age every day. And the ones y'all probably chilling around with are probably rappers.
Well, no.
Or family.
Well, no. They're not just rappers. They're like people who work like regular jobs, like regular everyday Joes. But it's like, I'm not saying all of them, but on average.
That's a small percentage, bro. Do you know right now, the largest demographic of college-educated people in America right now are black men and women?
That is true, actually. That's a fact.
Do you know what the fastest economic culture growing in America right now is? Ours. So it can't be majority. It can't even be the average of us thinking that way or moving that way.
It's a lot of us.
I'm sure it's a lot. It's a lot of black people here though. It's a small percentage, bro. If you go back to the 60s, right? Mm-hmm. There were people, and me and my grandparents talk about this all the time.
Yes.
There were people that was like, "Oh yeah, y'all bugging. I ain't going to mess with them white folks. Yeah, y'all going out there to protest and fight for rights. I'm good right here with this. Like I'm chilling. Y'all need to stop doing that." Pete, George Floyd, rest in peace, got his neck stepped on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And young black men and women were out there protesting. out there rioting, looting. Yes.
Yes.
You know what's crazy? Those same groups of people that were around in the 60s was looking at all of us like, oh yeah, y'all out there doing that and y'all just out there just going crazy. Now you see all these cops getting convicted for murder. That would have never happened in their generation. It takes people like that with that kind of mindset to do that. But it's gonna always be, me and my bro Mojo had this conversation all the time. There are goats and there are sheep, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at goats, bro, goats are not solitary animals.
No, they're not.
But they not kicking it with everybody all the time. Like
They
sheep
stay
are.
with their inner circle.
And that's it. Sheep move in big herds. It's a bunch of them. They do the same thing. They go over there, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of sheep, and they can look overwhelming because they all together. It's not that many of them, bro. And if you look at how many goats it really are, you would be like, oh man, y'all are kind of tipping the scale a little bit.
So you don't feel like society as a whole. Now I ain't just talking about black folks. I'm just talking about society as a whole has been dumbed down because of what we're watching, what we're listening to, what we're being fed through social media and everything every day. You know?
I think some people are dumbed down, but I think they want us to think that we're all stupid and we all doing stupid stuff and we all not doing it. I'm telling you, bro. I worked for a news team this past summer.
Yeah.
If you turn on the news, right?
Yeah.
All you see is negativity.
Yes.
They show you a positive story, it ain't about black people. I worked for a news team all summer where all we did was positive stories about black people. That's all we found, and it was not hard to find. It wasn't hard. Like,
well, negativity sells.
And that's the point I'm trying to make to you.
Yes.
So if you feed in that, it's just gonna pop up on your phone, and that's what's in your everyday life.
But I'm not talking about what you see on TV. I'm talking about what you see with your own two eyeballs outside of the house.
I feel that I'm saying you do probably see those things.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that social media in general amplifies it to make you feel that it's worse than it is.
Listen, we're going to come back to this conversation, but we got the second music break.
I got a great analogy for you, too.
Okay. What's the second song we got?
What are we going with?
I'm the best.
Oh, yeah, I'm not even going to lie, this my jam. I've been turning up, showcases with this song all summer.
Yes, indeed.
And I finally dropped it. It's called I'm the Best. Sometimes you got to remind people that you really are the best, and it's my song to do that.
Yes, sir. I'm the best.
There you go.
Yes, indeed. I'm the best. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, tell yourselves that I'm the best.
Hey, positive after.
We back. Man, look, we are having a great conversation with 100.
Yeah,
Man,
that's what I'm here for.
I'm loving the vibes. Also, shout out to Mojo.
Yeah, shout out my bro Mojo. And we both dropped EPs in December, bro. Mojo dropped the EP called Motivated by Struggles.
Yes, indeed.
Check it out. Tap in.
Yes, indeed.
I dropped the EP called Second Act. And we coming crazy this year, man.
That's
Man,
what's
this
up.
is the year of stepping on next. So
Stepping on next.
Y'all should be a witness.
The year.
To it. Y'all should be a witness, man, because it's gonna happen.
You gotta put that on the shirt. This is the year of stepping on next.
Yes, sir.
Next.
This is that year.
Oh yeah.
Because we got now. I was gonna say next, but we got now.
Yeah, we got it now. We don't care. We got next.
Exactly.
At all.
So this analogy that you were talking about before.
For sure. Bet. So we're gonna go to this. We talked about we were talking about how, we think like the younger generation, the teenagers, the young bucks coming up right now. Not that I'm that old, I'm 27. You feel me? But the young bucks coming up right now might be going crazy. But this is what I'm gonna point out to you.
Okay.
My grandmother and how media is changing our perceptions of what's actually happening.
Okay.
You turn on the news, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'll tell you that they shooting crazy on the expressway. Mm-hmm. Man, don't get on the expressway, man. You might get shot. It's going crazy on the expressway, right? It's 13 million people in Chicago, by the way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My grandmother won't she does not get on the expressway.
Okay.
Because the news has been saying there are so many shootings happening on the expressway. They don't specify which expressway. Mm-hmm. They don't specify who did the shooting. Yeah. They just say shooting on the expressway and let you play with that in your mind the way you want to. Social media and media in general have been doing a great job of that, especially with this marketing that's coming from your microphones and what you scroll and double tap on.
Yeah.
If you look at, like we were mentioning earlier, drama or people talking about unnecessary dramatic things, it's what you're gonna see every day. Every time you go to your Explore page, now you're gonna see Ari Fletcher and any drama that she might be in. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we're really dealing with. I'm not saying that it's not any people going crazy and people doing crazy things, but it was always riffraff. Riffraff always existed. It's always going to exist. And and that's always how it's going to be.
I understand that, and you're right. It always has been riffraff.
Facts.
But I'm talking to the level and extent of the riffraff that's going on now.
In what way? Give me an example.
It's being elevated now. For example, these carjackings that's going on in the city. You got these kids playing real life GTA in real life.
Do you know why they're jacking cars?
Because they're trying to.
Because they getting money off.
Well, not only that, it's because of GTA. Like, you've been playing GTA all this time, so now you want to test the waters. Hey, maybe I can go out and jack a car.
Pete.
You know?
Carjackings have always happened.
Go ahead.
If you look into the 70s and 60s before security systems were put on cars, automatic locks, carjackings were crazy. The Italian mob used to carjack a lot. That was kind of a thing. And this, we talking about the 60s and 70s, right? Boom.
Yes.
Secondly, shorties are carjacking to give their cars to the bigger homies who are committing bigger crimes with these said cars.
Okay.
So,
I mean, okay.
Okay, we're going to roll with that.
Okay.
We're going to roll with that. Go ahead.
Let's
Go ahead. We're going to roll with that.
The issue is guidance, bro.
Yes, I agree with that.
Hear me out, bro.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I think the problem is the people that should be guiding are judging. You know what I'm saying? And once you judge me, I don't want to hear you no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go back to my cousin. Me and him had this debate about, generational differences, right?
Yeah.
The generation that grew up in the 80s, that's in their 40s now, complained the most about our generation.
Okay.
Who's at fault for that?
I mean, okay. Touche.
So what I'm saying is, that's why I go back to my thing about empathy. You know what I'm saying? If we all lend each other a little bit of empathy, you can understand. I got carjacked one time in college, bro. Took all my stuff. You can ask my homies. Initially, I was mad. Second thing I said was like, bro, they probably needed it more than me.
Nah, I'd be mad, man.
Bro,
yeah, I know I'd be mad.
I was hot. I was hot.
Nah, I'd be mad.
But, and back to my point about media and advancement of technology, the reason you see carjackings being so crazy now is they're getting caught. Because you got security systems, there's cameras on every block, so they're getting caught. So now the police have a track record of saying, oh yeah, we've caught this many people, this is how many carjackings have happened. That's they catching people. But before they was happening, they just weren't catching people before. That's the only difference. Like, it's just the advancement of technology that's just amplified. And then the media gonna tell you, like, oh, a carjacking ain't happened on my block, and I ain't never seen it. But I'm gonna be all on alert because they carjacking up in the Gold Coast. But
that's
now all of the city are all on high alert. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. They're taking that element up to the Gold Coast.
Good.
Good. Go, yeah. Thank you, Keys. Thank you. What? Good.
Hey,
he said
explain.
Good.
Hey, man,
Explain,
I don't think nobody should be robbed. I don't
Explain.
think nobody should be robbed. I don't think nobody should get their car taken. It's a traumatic experience for those who've never experienced something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel sorry for those victims of people that have experienced that. I'd much rather them rob the lady in the Gold Coast for her Porsche, who gonna get it back tomorrow with the car insurance on it, than rob my grandma who ain't got no insurance and her car just going, you get her a heart attack. Like, yes.
What
do you mean?
But how about this? How about not rob nobody at all?
I agree, bro, but this is my thing, bro. And back to the media and all of this. It's a problem, and it's on the news every day because they robbing white people. Black people begin...
No, they robbing people. They robbing our own community.
Hear me out. But this is my point. They have been for years. I ain't hear about carjackings 15 years ago when it was happening. My grandma got her car stolen in 2001. So does it matter now because they in the Gold Coast doing it? So yeah, I'm glad that they doing that because now we can amplify it. You can show how our community have been dealing with this for years. Another example, back to the men who kind of left us kind of hanging, my generation, by going to prison and doing drugs in the 80s. That situation right there, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't...
Go ahead. Yeah, go.
If now that they're on social, you turn on the media right now, you turn on the news every day right now, right?
Yeah.
It's a opioid epidemic.
Yeah.
It wasn't a problem when we was the ones strung out.
Of course not.
Of course not.
So I'm supposed to...
So it's a race thing.
Is it?
It's a race thing.
Is it?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm with you.
A black man get killed by the police, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they be all of a sudden got to put all the police in the Gold Coast? Take them downtown now. Things gonna get bad over there. Come on, bro. They could care less about us, and it's a problem because it's over there with them. So yeah, now we can talk about it. Now it's on the news every day. Now y'all should be worried, because we've been worried for the last decade. My neighborhood has been a problem for a long time with gun violence. It wasn't a problem on the news then, but now white people getting shot at and getting their cars taken, and that was a problem. And it's traumatic and it's sad. I'm sorry that's happening to them. But it's been happening to us for a very long time. It's for a very long time. And they'll divide our city with infrastructure that makes it even more segregated than it already is.
That's definitely true. That's been going on for years.
And then tell us it's our fault.
Well, that's been going on for years.
So who am I to blame these shorties for doing what they saw the men before them do, who saw the men before them do it, when the men that did it before them aren't providing them guidance?
But that's giving them a pass. You saw somebody before you do it. What makes you think you should do it?
Crazy thing is they didn't, because their dad was probably in jail, dead, or on drugs.
But that's what I'm saying. Your daddy is dead.
So whose fault?
Your daddy in jail.
So whose fault?
Why are you doing it?
So my brother, I'm asking you then, if we have a misguided man who is making these mistakes, whose father should be helping him through these mistakes, but he doesn't have a father, why am I to blame him?
You have other resources you can.
It's easy to say that when you're not in them shoes, bro.
Guaranteed that boy, whoever it is, guaranteed that young man has an uncle. He's got a big brother. Who's
also probably doing the same thing.
Okay, but you got teachers. You got male teachers
who's probably white. Like it's easy. It's easy, bro. I ran this program called Step Up and Coach for young men. Teach them how to be coaches. We took them from that to go to YMCA's and coach like basketball and soccer clinics for little kids. I watched young men. It's a young man. Hey, this is my boy. I hope he can watch this. His name is Shaman. Okay. He has changed his life, what he is right now, who he's become, because people work to be resources in his life when he did not have them. It's amazing. Because if people would have left him for B, he would have been something else, and he's not because of the resources. And a lot of kids don't have it, bro.
Man.
Hey, and Cash went crazy. Shout out to homie Cash Moolah.
Shout out to
Show
Cash
us some
Moolah.
love.
Yes, indeed. So listen, we're going to continue this conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I am just, first of all, I love your wisdom.
I appreciate that, brother.
You're young and everything, but man, you got the mentality of like a 40, 50-year-old. Like,
hey, I was raised by a great man, bro, so, you know, I appreciate that.
Shout out to your pops, man.
Shout out on me. So, like, but basically what I'm saying, bro, lack of resources and things are amplified because of social media. But these shorties aren't going crazy. They just don't have. They big homie 22 years old. Like they not.
But that's all I'm saying. If you see your big homie doing some like.
But what does he know? Okay, the person that's supposed to be giving
logic though. Like you see him going down the wrong path. Why follow after that?
But hey, check me out though, J-Wave. This is 33-year-old J-Wave saying this. A 14-year-old is not gonna think like you. You have double the amount of life experience.
That's true.
So okay. So what a 14-year-old cares about is being accepted, being loved, being cared about, and that's what kids are looking for. So if the person that is accepting you and that is caring about you is also misguided himself, y'all gonna both be misguided. That's how it happens. That's what the term that one rotten apple, you know, mess up the whole bunch. That's where that come from. Because when there ain't people around and be like, oh, let me pluck this apple up out of here, this is gonna mess up everything. Everybody gonna be messed up. You see what I'm saying? And that's really what it is.
I do see what you're saying, but what about the ones who actually have a person like me who's gonna show you the right way, and then you still end up choosing the wrong way to go?
Let me ask you this: how many people like you tried to show them the right way and it was the wrong way before?
There's a lot of people like me out here.
No, I'm asking you. Like that's okay. Say a specific person you talking about. It's a little homie, little bro. You out here trying to help him. He you know not making the best decisions, right? Yeah. You don't think it was other dudes like you guiding him to make wrong decisions before you?
Damn scary.
So why should I listen to you then? What makes you different?
Because if I'm your big homie, if you look up to me,
I had another big homie say the same thing. Now he locked up for 10 years. But
that's what I'm saying. He's locked up.
So I know that.
So if you continue on that road, you're gonna be just like him.
So I know.
Whereas with me, you living free.
So that's all I know.
You got your own business.
Check this though. Check this though. This is really where the problem is. The homie that got locked up for 10 years probably showed him what he needed to do to whatever he did to get locked up. That's all he know. The homie that's not in the street making money, who got a job, probably not gonna show little bro that, oh no, you should probably do this. I got this little license and I did this, and he probably not gonna show him next. I don't want to. Hey, he be wild, and I don't want to sit in there, bro. So all he know is what this dude told him. That's what I know. That's what I know, bro. That's what I know.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I'm saying
that is the answer to some questions.
It's a fact.
But that's stupid though. Like
it's easy.
That's
It's easy for you to say that at 33,
that's
bro.
Dumb.
It's easy to say that. Hey, I guarantee you, your mom, just like all of our moms, at some point told us, if your friend jump off the mountain, you gonna jump too.
And that's what's happening. That's what's happening right now.
But hear me out. Hear me out. Not everybody has somebody to say that to them. Not everybody had that. And as a man, when you becoming a man, no offense to any women, I don't want to sound like I'm being rude to sex.
Yeah,
thank you. I couldn't think of the word out, but I appreciate that. I don't want to sound like I'm being sexist. But to a boy becoming a man, your testosterone pumping is kind of hard to listen to a woman. Being honest, I was once a 15-year-old boy. I know how that feel. You know what I'm saying? My pops passed away when I was 18. I know my mom was trying to tell me what I was supposed to do. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know who is guiding these people. You know what I'm saying? And shorties make decisions based on what they know. And if all the information that you was given your whole life was negativity, then that's all you gonna know.
So if we're gonna go with that, that's why prison is big business right now. And so with you saying that, maybe it is a wise choice to invest in
fact.
prison.
No, that's cap. I'm not agreeing with that. Hey, 100 does not endorse that at all.
Because if we're gonna go with that, if we're gonna go with that,
it's a terrible.
If we're gonna go with that mentality,
it's a terrible investment, brother.
Hold on. If we're gonna go with that mentality, right? That means there's always gonna be a young brother who's gonna do something to land himself.
I got something better for you.
Okay.
Instead of that, I'm gonna take the cup half full.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, I employ all young black men that's in our late 20s, early 30s, late 30s, whatever, to find a young black man that you think is going astray, that is not doing well, and he is going astray. I employ you to find him and help him out. Help him, show him some guidance. I think that if more of us did that, we wouldn't have that issue. And I think that we're a generation of people, men and women, who have done remarkably well with what we were given. Like I mentioned, a lot of our parents were locked up, were dead, were on drugs, and we have become what we have become. Like I said, the largest demographic in college, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You feel me? So
yeah,
I think that we're in a great space as black people. I think we're progressing amazingly as black people, and I hope that we continue to put our foot on everybody's necks and make people recognize what we've done for this country. And who we are as a culture.
Listen,
it's important.
Don't get me wrong. I love our beautiful black brothers and sisters.
And I won't ever be a part of anything that is detrimental to anybody that look like me. So I'm not trying to be a police officer. I'm not trying to work for a prison, invest in a prison.
But you should. You should be a cop.
I hear that.
You should, because you can invoke
That's
change.
not me. That's not me. And I praise any brother that can go out and do that job and invoke change. But that's not my space for change.
Okay.
So I hope that we all look back, reach back, pull another brother up, and be as great as we can, so we can all be great. You know.
Hey, I'm with that.
Hey, that's cool. I'm with that too.
And give each other some empathy, man.
Yeah.
Everybody needs some empathy in their life.
I'm with empathy, but I'm just not with the nonsense. If you out here and you're knowingly like out here doing nonsense, and you have people to tell you, hey, you really shouldn't be doing that, and you just do it anyway, I'm not with that.
I'm gonna meet you where you at.
I ain't that type of dude. I'm like this. I show you the right way to go. You don't want to listen to me? That's on you. So whatever happens to you, that's on you.
But at least
provide it.
Because you made a choice.
At least give them food for thought.
You made a choice.
I got a line in an upcoming song that's gonna come out. I say everybody different. I'm gonna meet them where they at, and that's a fact. I'm coming with empathy this year. I'm coming with positivity and empathy as much as possible. I do agree with you. I'm not for the nonsense, and you're not gonna harm me or mine at all by any means. But I'm giving everybody some empathy for real.
Right, and give them food for thought too.
Yeah, 100 endorse this message.
Oh yeah, for sure. Give them food for thought as well. You know, because not everybody has the answers, and if you got the answers, go ahead and provide it. You know?
or if you're one step closer to the end, saying I can help you take that step. Help them take the step. You feel me? But I do think that it is a lot of shorties that's doing some wild stuff.
Yeah.
But we just gotta help them out. You know what I'm saying? Shorties don't have no guidance except their moms. Not that that's a bad thing, but we just gotta help them out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, 100%. And I believe that is a contributing factor to why the climate is the way it is today.
Facts.
You know,
a lot of my dads was in jail.
Yeah, and most people did come up in a single parent household. So, you know, me and my brother, we were fortunate enough to have both parents at home.
I was as well.
Yeah, and so were you. So, you know, we know right from wrong, and we know what it looks like when you have structure. And that's the thing that we don't have today. The structure is gone.
Yeah, we don't.
But that's because, like I mentioned, all of those dudes who were providing the structure or who were supposed to be providing the structure got locked up, became drug addicts, became, you know what I'm saying? And that's what pushed us astray. Because if you look at their parents, it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that's the trip, man. But hey.
But we doing well, bro. I know a lot of black men who got kids, taking care of their children. You know what I'm saying? Raising families, raising their kids right. And
that's another thing, like the courts don't really like.
It's never going to be made for us, bro. They thought we was going to be slaves forever.
So, when a father does go to court and actually trying to fight for their kid,
I would just say
they got to jump through extra hoops just to...
Hey, my homies call me Condom Man because I don't play them games. So
Condom Man.
Hey, I don't play them games, so I'm not having kids with somebody I'm not married to.
Hey, that's why I chose to stay celibate. That was why I chose to be celibate. Hey, it's too many dirty people out here.
That's a fact, brother.
Real quick, I just want to give a shout out. A quick business promo. Hey, listen, ladies, if you need some waist trainers, hold on. You need some waist trainers? Well, you take the video. Y'all need some waist trainers.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay, ladies, if y'all need some waist trainers, hit up at @embellishment_1 or at Keonce_, I think. I'll put the thing in. But waist trainers by Key. Yes. Get right.
Get those waist snatched.
Get those waist snatched. Hey, I'm shouting you out. You know, Keonce, a.k.a. Kendra, shouting you out. Shouting out your business. Yes, indeed. Showing you love. And y'all go support her. Support the brand. Yes, indeed.
Oh, yeah. We got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we down to our last 5 minutes, man.
Yes,
so
sir.
100.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Let
sir.
the people know what's going on for the rest of the year and going forward.
Man, I'm coming at y'all with some music, as always. Always coming with some music. Me and the homies got something brewing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming, but hey, I'm stepping on next this year. I wasn't joking. I'm coming crazy. You can find all of my music at, just search me on all streaming platforms at WAN00, just WAN00. And you can find me on all social media platforms at keepit_100. I'm Juan, always keep it 100 with y'all,
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up. So that's the theme for the year. That's the word of the year.
Foot on necks, bro.
Foot on necks.
Bro, all 2022, when you see me, my foot gonna be on somebody's neck. I ain't even lying to you, so.
Yeah, straight like that.
Straight like that.
Man, for real. Man, but any advice that you want to give to the young artists out there that are trying to do this?
Ooh, yes,
man,
bro. Yes,
oh yeah. Because you should be a motivational speaker, man.
Hey, I appreciate that. That's on the way, bro. That's my,
yeah.
Hey, I got 2 more careers after this one. It's planned out. You feel me?
Yeah. Let's go.
I would advise you to learn as much about business as you can. I have researched. I've done a lot of book reading, and I don't know nothing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I also think it's important to keep the mindset that you don't know anything.
Yeah.
And learn as much as possible. Because I'm telling you, right now, what you think are just pennies, if you blow up, will become dollars and hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars and millions of dollars. So, publish your music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Learn as much as you can about that. Distribute your own music if you can. You ain't signed to a label. Why somebody else gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? Just try up on a regular basis. You feel me?
We would definitely make that 2 hours.
Or we could do something on Instagram Live.
I'm with all of that, bro.
We would definitely.
I'm with all of that, and we got some coming, so we can definitely come back with y'all. Come back to y'all, both of us together. You feel me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Man. And so with that being said,
Yes.
man, 100 again. Thank you for coming through, man.
Yes, sir.
And with all that being said, it is your boy DJ Key Product.
And I am the Dark Knight. Nah, I'm J-Way.
Yes, and this has been another edition of The Basement, the very first one of 2022.
Hey, I'm
Man.
the first. I'm gonna always be the first and the best. So man, tap in while you can, bro.
Oh yeah. Stay tuned because Club Hitters is coming up at 10 right here on Underground Hitters Radio. Ayy.